Well, welcome aboard, folks. Today we're here at Aspen. We are heading to Denver for the July Pilotedge Event, which is occurring today, July 31st, 2018. Jets and turboprops. The event's from Aspen into Denver. So I've got some power on the plane, got the plane loaded up with, I believe, 4 adults, one child, and some luggage on board. So, no further ado, we're going to get this crew over there to the destination. As you can see here, we've got somebody right here. I don't know if they're getting their IFR clearance. There's a couple other planes down there. So this airport, we're either going to do the Aspen 7 or the Lens 9 departure. The Lens 9 departure does require a back course. So we'll see if they more than likely they will want to make it extraordinarily challenging for us, so we'll take that into consideration. I saw a plane arriving on runway 15. I'm just checking the Pilotedge right now to see what the departing runway is. For the Aspen 7 departure, runway 15 for departure is not authorized, so we can pretty much count that out in terms of, all right, let's see here. Departing runway 33, follow noise abatement procedures. Due to opposite direction traffic, expect to pass in close proximity to aircraft near the airport. That's because of the back course and other planes coming in, just because of the airport being sunk in a little valley there. Visibility 10, information mic. The altimeter right now is at 3030, so let's go ahead and set 3030 on our altimeter. 3030, there we are. All right, I'll do my best to use my China hat to move around, because my mouse movement will make these recording jerk. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead. We are going to get our clearance. So the route that we're flying today is direct red table after our departure, which I'm assuming is going to be the Aspen 7, or like I said, the other departure that we could potentially get is the Lens 9 departure. We'll see what they give us. We'll be writing down on our notepad studios. Then we're going to Jeanette, and then Creed 3 for our arrival into the Denver area. All right, so I've already got this preset. I didn't upload any charts this time like on my last video, so you'll have to forgive me. Let's see if we can get our clearance here. Aspen clearance, November 350 Kilo Tango, IFR Denver.
350 Kilo Tango Aspen clearance, be full route clearance, advise ready copy.
Okay, I am ready to copy it this time.
350 Kilo Tango, clear to the Denver International Airport, Lens 9 departure, to red table, direct JNet, and Teller 2 arrival. Climb via the SID, squawk 1477.
Okay, cleared to Denver, Lens 9, red table transition, direct Jeanette, then Teller 2 arrival, climb via SID, squawking 1477, November 350 Kilo Tango.
350 Kilo Tango, read back is correct.
All right, so now we can jump off of his frequency. Let's go ahead and dump in our squawk code before we forget. I'll unstand by that here in a second. And so we know it's runway 33. So let's jump over here, dump our flight plan in. So we're gonna come in here and just get it all peachy keen really quick. And this one, he did say we're doing the Lens 9, and we're doing direct red table. There you go. So this one's got, lens, and we'll double check everything here. You can see quite a bit of aircraft on there. But some of these departures, even though it's put in here, you still got to follow it because there may be some manual flying that I need to do. Then the next one we're going to do is Jeanette. Let's get that thrown in there. And then, of course, we need to add KDEN so we can add the arrival. Teller 2. So then load arrival. We're just going to pick any for now. We don't know. And we're going to go with Teller 2. Jeanette transition. Selecting the approach because we don't know what's going on with our life right now. And so there it is. So if you look at the mileage, it is a very short flight. And I do mean very short flight. I almost should have done this in a turboprop. But the beauty about this plane is this plane is designed to climb at slower speeds. This plane here is designed to climb at slower speeds. So on the departure too, our top altitude is 16,000 feet. So this ought to be quite interesting. So let's review the Lens 9 departure, if you will. And I tell you what, I'll share this departure with you guys. As all I have to do is just scroll to this screen here, and let me see, my flight that I programmed in here is not here, but that's okay. We'll just come over here to airports and do KSE. It's got to download. I have another computer that I use for this. So if we come here and look at this departure here, here's the Lens 9. Don't worry, I'll be making this much bigger. Okay, so Lens 9, of course, and you see that there's a back course involved. Look at this information down here. Climb heading 343 to 9,100 feet, then climb left turn to 16,000 on heading 273 to intercept north, which is the localizer course outbound to Lens, which we're going to do. Then via the assigned transition, maintain 16,000, expects clearance to file altitude 10 minutes after departure. As you can see here, the top departure is 16,000 feet, so that's exactly what we'll do. We'll take off heading 343. Once we get to 9,100 feet, we're going to bank left. This gives you a little recommendation to put your course heading to 273. I'll put this 108.5 localizer in, and then once we get on the 303 localizer, that'll take us directly to Lens right here. And then from that point, our transition is, red table. So once we get to this point, we're going to make a nice little right-hand turn direct to red table. And then we should go on course from there direct to Jeanette. So it looks confusing. It's not too bad. We got a lot of automation to help us. So as you can see here, 108.5, and we need 303 on the heading because that's the outbound of the localizer. So we do 108.5 and then do the heading of 303. Let's go ahead and do that now. Oops, that's the wrong screen. All right. So we're going to come in here. We're going to put 108.5 and then we're going to make that active. So 108.5 is the back course localizer, and then we want to put a heading of 303 into our, so you can see there. So now what we want to do is we are going to put the course of 303 in there. So that's what we'll intercept. And then remember, we're going to depart heading 343. So I love this little easy type in here. I could also, use this or another knob, but I love the little typing here on this aircraft. So we got our heading set up. So we pretty much have our departure set up. Now we need to keep in mind 9,100 feet is where we turn, but we're not going to program that into our glare shield. What we're going to do, And I can also just program the altitude in here too, which I'll do as well. So if I want to pick an altitude, I can just click on this, and the top altitude for this SID is 16,000 feet. See that? But at 9100, we need to make sure that we're cognizant of that, because that's when we turn left heading 273 to intercept the 303 course. So as you can see, we have it on localizer 1. Let's put this to localizer 1 for now, so everything can be peachy keen. So that's all squared away. We have our departure, runway 33. Now, before we do that, I need to make sure that we get our interior light on. So let's just turn those on, and we'll dim those here in a little bit. Otherwise, I can manually dim those. So we'll keep those kind of bright for right now. Let's get our nav light on. And we won't run through checklists now for the essence of time to keep this video short. Oh, and I apologize for that, folks. I was using the mouse to do that, so you probably noticed some smoothness. But we're just going to do some flows here. System batteries on, bus is tied. Start batteries on, which we need for it. Generators are off. The ELT is armed, which we need. We'll pull the air on. These are the checklists that I've already memorized for this aircraft. Okay, that's good. Right now our air source is off until we get the plane on. Once we get the plane on, I'll put the air source to norm so that we don't forget that. Oxygen is to auto. Right now landing lights and taxi lights are off. The landing gear is down. Flaps are up. Brakes are on. We have 3 green on the landing gear, and our nav light is on. We will get ready to bring the aircraft up to speed, but before we do that, let's go ahead and program in our departure frequency. I'm sorry, we need ground first. So I'm using my other computer. The ground frequency is 21.9. So let's get 21.9 thrown into the mix. Booyah. And then we are going to go ahead and do the tower frequency of 1885. So 1885 is what we'll do here. 1885. That's the tower frequency. And then before we dust off, we'll switch over to our Aspen departure, which is 23.8. Not a big deal. No further ado now. Let's go ahead and verify. Chocks, doors are closed. Here's our weight. Takeoff weight today is 1,264 pounds of fuel. Then, of course, here is our passengers, cargo, and fuel. So 2,720. So that makes our max weight, about 4,000 pounds, if you will. If you add this number to this number, let's just say it's about 4,000 pounds in that range. So that's pretty heavy takeoff for this aircraft. As you can see here, we've got myself, 3 adults on here, 1 child. So not all my kids made it onto the flight. And we've got 100 kilograms of bags. There you go. So whatever 100 kilograms of bags is into pounds, I will let you guys figure it out. So, as you can see, chocks are gone, doors are closed and secure.
524 Mike Lima, Aspen, clearance even clear to the Denver Airport, Aspen 7 departure, radar vectors, red table, minutes filed, maintain 16,000, expect 17,000, 5 minutes after departure, squawk 2064.
Let's see, so that private jet
Aspen ground, November 143 Victor Tango from midfield with Mike ready to taxi and get.
There we go. So we got another person getting ready to taxi, as you see. We got to let our engine stabilize there, of course, and then we got to hurry up and get out.
524 Mike Lima, it'll be the one listed on the chart, so we know if you need it.
All right, that engine looks good and stable.
Should be 123.8.
Got starting on number
Yeah, it's 123.8.
Yep, see they're going over the departure frequency.
143 Victor Tango. I believe you were calling in there as well, is that correct?
It was correct. We have Mike. We're ready to taxi from midfield.
143 Victor Tango, runway tree, taxi via Alpha.
Tree via Alpha, 3 Victor Tango.
Tree via Alpha, there you go. So we'll be coming right in there. Now that we've got our engine started, I like to just do this. We're basically on the taxiway. Let's get our squawk on. Now I can turn these generators on, and let's get rid of the ground power. All right, let's do another check here. Okay, altimeters 3030 set. Altitude for top of SID 16,000. We have the localizer back course program at 108.5. We've got course heading of 303, and that's what we're going to intercept on the course heading. Of course, we have our initial heading of 343, and we turn left at 9,100 feet to 273 to intercept that, and then we go direct to lens. Here's what this kind of looks like. Let's see if we can get rid of the shim-shammer in here. I just made that word up. I don't even know if it's a good word. But you see, this kind of just shows this weird line. It doesn't give you all of that stuff we just did for the back course. But if you look here, lens is the first one. But how we get to lens is the interesting part. So if you notice, we're taking off a runway tree. Okay, so we're going to come this way like this. See my little mouse cursor, and you can see on my TCAS these are all the 4 other aircraft here. So we're going to come out up here to 9,100 feet, then we're going to turn. You see here's 270. We're going to make a left-hand turn. Boom.
Aspen ground, November 202 is clear of runway on Alpha for the northern FPS.
303, which it'll be
232 Whiskey Copy, taxi the ramp via Alpha.
This is oriented based off of where
Ramp
our
via Alpha
is
2
at,
is cover, thanks.
but it should be 303.
128 Golf Aspen, good evening,
make
clear to the
sure
Denver Airport, lens 9 departure, red
where
table
we need to be.
transition, then it's filed, maintain
All right.
16,000, squawk
So
1452.
You can notice here, I'm setting the flaps to takeoff. You can see the flaps here are takeoff, and we'll make sure it's indicated up here.
128 Golf, read back correct.
Takeoff
I heard a
is-
rumor you're an instrument rated pilot now.
And let's put our speed,
Congrats,
which
bud.
I just did here, to
I know
140.
you've been working on that for a while, congrats man.
Somebody just got instrument rated in real life, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, let's call for our taxi and let's get out of here. Aspen ground, November 350 Kilo Tangos, midfield, with information Mike, ready to taxi.
350 Kilo Tango, Aspen ground, runway 33 taxi by Alpha.
Okay, runway 33, taxi via Alpha, November 350 Kilo Tango. All right, folks. So
Aspen ground to Caravan 524, Mike Loomis at Atlantic with Lima ready to taxi.
That way. All right, let's get on Alpha. As soon as we get there, though, we're going to definitely...
524 Michael Lima, roger, you'll see an Eclipse jet taxiing out the ramp. He'll be southbound on Alpha. Follow him, runway 33 taxi by Alpha.
And let's get to Alpha.
33 via Alpha, and below that Eclipse, Caravan 4 Mike Lima.
All right, we've got a Caravan that'll be behind us. Now we're going to climb out IAS mode. Let's just look right. All right. We are not going to hit anybody. All right, we are now southbound, heading to our runway. Look how gorgeous it is outside. So very short flight. I'm not going to fly. You can see somebody over there is dusting off. There he goes. Looks like another... I don't know if that was a jet. It could also be like a beach baron or something. Alright, we've got a taxi speed right now of 23 miles per hour. So we'll go all the way down, then I'll switch over, and again, departure is 23.8. So at the end, I'll hit 23.8, and we will get out of here. I'm over here messing with my other computer, pulling up the departure there. All right. There's another aircraft right there. Looks like he'll be waiting to get out of here anytime soon, or sometime soon, I should say. So local time in Denver at this point is 1937. Zulu time 0137. Here's the local time down there. All right, let's start bringing this puppy back to a crawl as we approach runway 33. All right, we got brakes on. We'll switch the tower. Before we do that, let's put in our departure frequency. Aspen Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango, holding short of runway tree, ready for departure.
350 Kilo Tango, Aspen Tower, hold short runway 33, landing traffic 15.
Holding short runway tree for landing traffic, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so we have some landing traffic, and I'm assuming the landing traffic potentially is coming from this direction, although we can't see. Let's see if what we can see from the back wing here. I can't see much from there either. So let's jump out just to see if we can see the action. Got a bright sun there. And you can see this guy here, he's starting to taxi. That's a nice Learjet that he's got there. I need to get me one of those. Hopefully this traffic comes in pretty quick. Oh, let's get back in. It's noisy out there. Hopefully this traffic gets in pretty quick because I'm burning fuel here. See here, I put an extra, I believe, 100 pounds on. The actual flight plan called for 1,161,000 pounds of fuel. I put I put 1,000.
Aspen Tower, Gulf Stream 528 Foxtrot, holding at 33.
5218 Foxtrot, or Roger, hold short runway 33.
Holding short 33, 18 Foxtrot.
The flight though only takes up 411 pounds of fuel. The rest of the fuel on board is for contingencies, holds, and or diverts to our alternate, which is what that'll be. So again, I'm not very familiar with flying into Aspen. I'm just doing this for the event, but approaches are typically for approaches are typically for runway 15. So with this airport, here's the interesting thing for those that are non-pilots. There's basically one way in and one way out, even though there's two runways, if that makes any sense. So from our position, the way out is to the north, but arriving to the airport, the way into the airport is to the south. You know, so if you'd be coming from the north southbound, land on runway 15, and that would get you into the airport. There is, as you can see, significant terrain right here. So there's no aircraft coming from this direction. The aircraft is actually going to be coming from the other direction. So unfortunately, let me see if I can slide us a little bit here on the window, give us an unrealistic view, but we're probably not going to be able to see it at all. Unfortunately, sorry folks. We'll just have to wait. Maybe we can come over here and look at the TCAS and see who's coming in. it's hard to tell. It's so cluttered right now. So essentially, the other folks should be coming in from, you know, basically this.
Boeing 5150 left turn enable and contact ground point 9er.
Left enable over to ground point 9er, Boeing
Unless
5150,
this
thanks.
guy here that's inbound.
350 Kilo Tango Aspen Tower, wind variable at 4, runway 33, clear for takeoff. No delay, establishing on the 343 heading, please.
Okay, clear for takeoff. No delay on establishing 343 heading, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so we are ready to go. He's getting us out of here. Obviously, we got our landing lights on. He's getting us out of here simply because that other aircraft is inbound. Let me set up for my pitch. There we go. That other aircraft is inbound. So what I just did is I got my aircraft ready to go for my climb to 9,100 feet, and then we're left heading 273 to intercept the radio. So this aircraft is highly underpowered, so I'll bring it all the way up to 100% until she dances up a smidge in the red, and then I'll dance it back down.
15218 Foxtrot Aspen Tower, 933, line up point.
Line
Alright,
up
we're
way
in the red.
335
I
today,
danced it down, as you can see. Now as soon as we get airborne, I'll get right on that heading of 343, and we'll do our IAS mode for the climb. Alright, little dancing around here. Looks like there's a Southwest aircraft there to the right that's going to be... Alright. See, this sucker is going to use all the runway before... And we're heavier right now, too. We've got a boatload of passengers and weight on here, so we're pretty much at max takeoff weight. But here we go up. Let's get a positive rate there. We'll go gear up, and let's start making our turn for the 343. Let's do yaw damper, and we'll do heading. Okay, and then I'll go for IAS mode for the
0
climb.
Kilo Tango, thank you very much, and contact Aspen departure, have a good flight.
No problem. Going to Aspen departure, November 350 Kilo Tango. All right. So right now it's nosing down a little bit because it's.
Good morning, Foxtrot, be short delay in position of.
We're almost to 9,100 feet. Aspen departure, November 350 Kilo Tango, 8,500, climbing via SID. All right.
Clipchat 350 Kilo Tango Aspen departure ident.
All right. So we're identing for him.
Clipchat 0 Kilo Tango, thanks. Radar contact 10 miles south. The red table view altitude's indicating now 9,000. Climb and maintain. Flight level 210.
Up to flight level 210, November 350 Kilo Tango. All right, now we hit that 9,100 mark. We're going to turn left to 273. All right, we're left. So see, here's our line here that we're going to hit. As you can see, we're left of what we're looking for. So once this comes alive, I'll hit the nav, and we'll shoot that outbound for our heading of 303. Now he said we can go up to flight level 210. So I've got that in there. Let's turn our landing lights, our taxi lights off, I should say, and our landing lights now. And I'm going to go flaps up. So flaps are coming up. As you see, they're coming up there. Landing lights are off, nav strobe on. And one thing we forgot, but we caught it, was our pressurization. We got our air normal. We're still okay though. We didn't do too bad. All right, so it's not moving yet, but we are getting closer. So, you know, flying these departures correctly is absolutely paramount. And making sure, especially when there's an event, and more importantly in real life, that you're not impeding any traffic.
3 Victor Tango, contact Denver Center 118.57.
11857, 3 Victor Tango,
Alright,
see
so
ya.
we are climbing what I'm doing now, as we are waiting to intercept the 303 outbound.
Aspen departure.
Once it starts moving, I'll hit the nav button. But one thing that we're waiting to do is I have my departure set up on my computer so that I can grab the departure accurately. All right, sorry, I was talking to my boss, which is my wife, in the background. And, okay, as you can see here, we hit the nav button. We're intercepting the course direct to lens. Now, once we get to lens, then I will go into GPS mode. You can see there's a bit of a disparity in the magenta line with the GPS schedule to what the actual 303 radial is off of the back course. So once we get here, then we'll go lens, then we'll go direct over here to red table using the GPS. In the meantime, we're just monitoring everything. Engines look good. Pretty soon.
0 Kilo Tango, clear direct to red table VOR.
Clear direct red table VOR, November 350 Kilo Tango. All right, folks. So at this point, we can go direct to red table. So that's what we're going to do. I will switch this to GPS, and then now the aircraft will make its turn direct to red table. So as you can see now, we're going to turn right, going direct to red table. So we are no longer on the nav. So I'll put everything in the sky view, and now we're direct red table. So look at the view, folks. Look at that view. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So we're direct red table. We'll come here and hit this magenta line and then go direct. But I mean, it is, you know, an absolute beautiful scenic departure.
Aspen departure, Caravan 24, Mike Lima is climbing through 9,000 feet for 16,000 on the Aspen 7.
524, Mike Lima, Aspen departure ident.
Beautiful.
Ident for Mike Lima.
Field over here. It should be the field anyway. You can see some lights down there. Just gorgeous. So if you come here, and that actually wasn't the field. But nonetheless, very gorgeous. You can see what time of day it is.
Number 4, Mike Lima, thanks. Radar contact 10 miles south of the red table. VOR altitude's indicating now with 9,500. Altimeter 3030. Call maintain 16,000.
Radar contact 3030
right,
and
we're going to go to
climb
standard
to
altimeter.
16,000 for Mike Lima.
Once we get to 18,000, and we'll probably be switching over to Denver Center anytime here. So as soon as we hit Jeanette, we only have one waypoint, which is Chris. Then we get Creed at 17,000. Jeanette, we're supposed to be under flight level 260, which we definitely will be since I filed for 210. And then we'll get on into the Denver area. Like I said, it's a very short flight that we have going on here today. All right, now we're, as you can see, one thing that this aircraft helps you with is that it puts you at the standard altimeter barometric pressure of 29902 once you get to flight level 180, which we have. There we go. There we go. All right. So we'll transfer over here in a second. I have moving maps on my Navigraph charts, and I've already seen myself on the arrival, which is kind of cool.
Before Mike Lima, climb and maintain 17,000.
Say again before Mike Lima.
So we'll have Creed
Before Mike Lima, climb and maintain
17,000.
17,000.
17,000 for Mike Lima.
I said any second we'll be either we're switching over to Denver Approach, or we're going to be switching over to Denver Center. I'm assuming it'll be Denver Approach because we go right into the approach.
And before Mike Lima, upon reaching 13,000, turn left heading 280.
So let's see, approach.
Upon reaching 280 for Mike Lima.
Doesn't give me approach here, so we'll have to check that out. So as again, I said, one of the advantages of this being such a short flight is the fact that this aircraft climbs slowly. So if you see at our current speed, our estimated time en route to final is 38 minutes, but as we level out at flight level 210, we'll go ahead and pick up some speed.
For 0 Kilo Tango, contact Denver Center 118.57.
Okay, Denver Center 118.57. We'll see you next time, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so it was Denver Center 57.
Aspen departure, United 13.
576 Tango Bravo, advisory frequency with Denver Center on 120.47, squawk 6735.
Okay. Denver Center, November 350 Kilo Tango, flight level 210.
350 Kilo Tango, Denver Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Up to flight level 230, November 350 Kilo Tango.
6 Tango Bravo, read back correct.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is we'll show
143 Victor Tango, contact Denver approach 120.35.
And we're going to hit IAS mode.
12035, 3 Victor Tango.
I still have it set for 140 knots. And then we'll get to our final. And as you can see, nose went up really quick because it's calibrating to get the aircraft back to 140 knots. So it's kind of stabling out now at 147, and we'll be at flight level 230 in no time.
Brickyard 3637, descend via the French 3 arrival, Denver altimeter 3019er.
Alright. Coming up on flight level
22 Quebec, contact Denver Center 118.57.
Denver Center. At this
Boutique
time,
493, descend and maintain 16,000, Eagle County altimeter 3021, expect a visual approach runway 25.
Alright, so now we're leveling out almost at, we're getting a little chop here. If you look out the window, boy, look at that view. Let's just stay there for a second. Right now, Denver is landing south. I got visual approach 16 left and right.
595 Romeo Lima,
left and right.
Eagle Tower runway
24 left
25,
and
clear
right,
for takeoff.
35. So we'll see what we get when we get in there. But that view is just gorgeous. Look at that.
Airshare 340, Denver Center, roger.
So now we can do our, now that we made our altitude,
Airshare 340, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
I'm going to kick it up to 230 knots. This will go to 100, but it'll be yellow, and this will go to 100. Let me just get a little better. So this is our exhaust gas temperature. This is our inlet turbine temperature. And these are our two flans right here, the N1 and the N2. So this is going to orange just to let me know that the engine is giving 100% output so that we can get up to speed, which is pretty standard for this aircraft. You always have to watch it. When I first got this aircraft, I was messing around. I had a flight, I didn't watch it. I burned out an engine in the air.
576 Tango Bravo, Eagle ground, runway
Alright, let's check
25 taxi via Bravo, Bravo 3, hold short, runway 25, Bravo 3.
Oxygen pressure is good. Our delta papa and our cabin pressure, everything looks good. Everything's in the green if you look there. So we're checking that. I'm doing my informal cruise checklist here. Nav, strobe, and beacon are on.
Recare 3637, contact Denver approach 120.35.
Ice protection. Let's go ahead and put some ice protection on, just to be on the safe side. We got interior lighting on. We'll probably be dimming it to the night setting. Once we get closer, you can see we're going through a little bit of a cloud here. So we'll be starting our descent here anytime. Right now we're direct to crest. So we'll be...
Cheek 493, fighting 220 vectors, visual approach.
We'll be heading past the airport.
252, Juliet Romeo, descend at Palace Discretion, maintain 16,000, Eagle altimeter 3021, expect visual approach, runway 25.
We'll be flying past the airport to the west in a northbound arrival.
Altimeter 3021, expect visual approach, runway 25.
And as you see here, this is our course, and actually I'm on the wrong one. I was actually looking at the Creed arrival when I need to be looking at the Teller, so...
Denver Center, November 722 Quebec 260, how do you hear?
Or 722 Quebec, Denver Center, loud and clear.
Roger.
So this arrival basically...
2 Juliet Romeo, cross Kremling at or above 15,100, cleared LDA, runway 25 approach.
Spec ILS or visual approach. So this arrival actually keeps us south of the field, so if we're landing south, they're
Keep
gonna
493, descend and maintain 15,000.
They're gonna have to vector us, so we'll see what we get. We're almost up to speed. We have a little bit of a tailwind.
576 Tango Bravo Eagle.
That's helping us out.
Ground cross runway 25 at Bravo 3 and fully taxi via Alpha.
But it's helping us anyway. Look at those. Look at these clouds right here with the ambient light from the sun. It's just looking gorgeous.
For 5 Romeo Lima, contact Denver Center.
We are just mowing right through them.
Right. 595 Romeo Lima, Denver Center,
right through there. Look at how beautiful that flight is, though. We should be getting some descent instructions here soon enough. At Creed, we have to be above 17,000, so we have no problem. At Powder, we got to be at 250 knots.
595 Romeo Lima, ident.
Between 19,000 and 17,000, so pretty soon, any time here, we're going to be doing that. One thing that I will do, though...
For 5 Romeo Lima, radar contact 1 miles
let's see if
east of the Eagle Airport, maintain VFR, Eagle altimeter 3021.
Let's kick up our speed to 250.
Denver Center.com 72210.
What we're going to do.
.com 720 Denver Center, roger.
I'll monitor the engines to see what's going on.
.com 720, climb maintain, flight level 350.
350.com 720.
Dropped in some speed. It wasn't even at 230. But as you can see here, I got it at 250 knots now. Just so that we...
350 Kilo Tango, descend via the Teller 2 arrival, Denver altimeter 3019er.
Send via Teller 2 arrival, Denver altimeter 3019er, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so I am going to get us for Powder at
Denver Center, United 1399, 17,000.
1399 Denver Center, roger, Aspen altimeter 3030.
So let's just
3030 United 1399.
This is Powder.
Boutique 493, advising you have the airport in sight. It's 12 o'clock and 20 miles up. Lower for you in about 6 or 7 miles.
We'll do 17,000. So let me go ahead and get that in here. And I'll start a nice, easy, slow descent. We'll go versus. And we'll just bring it down. And then I'll get our descent profile where it needs to be to make that 17,000 at powder. Alright, so far we're at 16. So if you come here and look, this is where we should be at 17,000. Right before powder, I will make some adjustments to
Center.com 720, we're just going to stop at 260 for the teller 2.
So if we're heading straight
720,
line,
maintain flight
that's
level
what it
260.
is.
260.com 720.
Turn may alter this descent profile just a little bit. But now we have our speed.
576 Tango Bravo Eagle Tower, runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
And then after powder, we need to be at 210 knots at Crag.
For 350 Kilo Tango, contact Denver approach 120.35.
Denver approach 2035, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so 2035 for Denver approach. Before we contact them, let me see information. Romeo. Denver approach, November 350 Kilo Tango is at flight level 206, descending via the Teller to arrival, and we do have information Romeo at the field, and we'll take an approach based off your recommendation.
November 350 Kilo Tango, Denver approach, good evening, expect ILS runway 35 left approach.
Expecting ILS 35 left approach, November 350 Kilo Tango.
And flight 1981, Denver Tower, good evening, runway 35 left clear to land, wind 070 at 10.
So we're going to expect 35 left approach, ILS. So having said that,
November 8 Delta Bravo, cross runway 35 right at Bravo 4, taxi to parking via Alpha this frequency, have a good night.
I will pull up.
Duke 4 Victor Papa, turn right heading 170.
35
170,
left.
Duke 4 Victor Papa.
And as you can see now, we're heading to powder. And once we get to powder, we'll go ahead and make concessions to be
Brickyard
at 13,000
3637, traffic talk, log 5 miles. A Duke southbound at 11,000.
Looking for traffic, Brickyard 3637.
And let's adjust our profile just a smidge. There we go. We can nose up some here. No big deal. And then here, we're at 18,100. We're getting ready to set our altimeter to 3019. Boy, did it get dark pretty quick. Look outside.
Duke 4 Victor Papa, flight heading 180.
180, 4 Victor Papa.
All right. So let's get our altimeter set for 3019.
Brickyard 3637, contact approach 123.85.
Approaching 123.85, Brigadier 3637.
Scavus 357, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
Then once we get to powder, we'll set our...
Scavus 357, Denver Tower, good evening, runway 35 left. Clear to land, number 2, following a action following a Beechcraft on the 5-mile final. Wind 070 at 10.
So, according to the ATIS that I was getting, it said landing south. So it must not been up to speed. It must have not caught up with the 0153 Zulu update. No big deal.
November 3 Victor Tango, maintain 170 knots until Diamond.
Was that last call for November 350 Kilo Tango?
Yeah, November 350 Kilo Tango, negative. Duke 4 Victor Papa, descend and maintain 8,000.
Okay.
So maintain 8,000, Duke 4 Victor Papa.
Alright. Alright, so for Crag at 13,000. So let's make this where we can see Crag.
Brickyard 3637, then we approach. Roger, descend and maintain 90,000. Fly present heading, vector for approach.
So now let's get 13,000 in there. Enter. Down here, we'll do the versus mode again. And then we'll plan for our descent profile. And we'll kick the speed down to 230. And let's align our heading, which I just
November 3
did.
Victor Tango, traffic at 12 o'clock, 8 miles northbound, and Embraer at 7,000, you following them, number 3 for the approach.
Okay, we'll keep a lookout for the traffic. November 350 Kilo Tango.
And November 350 Kilo Tango, once again that was for somebody else.
Oh, I apologize,
No problem, similar call signs. Baron 8 Juliet Mike, turn right heading 180.
Right, 180,
Alright,
8 Julie
so-
Mike.
Yeah, the call signs were kind of similar, but we'll, it's kind of hard to, plus I'm shooting, I don't want to tell them, yeah man, I'm shooting a video too, so I'm not really paying that much attention to what you're saying. Let's see here. Alright, we got 13,000, got our altimeters, boom. And we have 14 nautical miles to Crag, so let's go ahead and get down to 210 on the speed.
November 3 Victor Tango, thanks for the speed contact, Denver Tower 133.3, have a good night.
Okay, so yeah, see that other guy, he's just so close. But I know that's not me because I'm not contacting Denver Tower. And then neural above 12,000, okay, cool. Neural above 12,000.
Duke 4 Victor Papa, Centennial Airport, 10 o'clock and 10 miles, report inside.
So,
Got the airport in sight, Duke 4 Victor Papa.
Denver
Duke 4 Victor
Towers,
Papa, clear visual approach,
33.3.
runway 35 left.
Cleared visual approach 35 left, Duke 4 Victor Papa.
So let's get that program
Brickyard
in there.
3637, turn left heading 080.
33.3 is the situation
Baron
there.
8 Juliet Mike, descend and maintain 8,000.
So here we need
Down
to
8,000, 8 Julie Mike.
at,
Denver approach.com
above
720,
12,000 here,
two,
they're saying
flight level
expect
230, descending teller 2.
.com 720, Denver approach, good evening. Altimeter 3020, advise when you have weather, expect ILS runway 35 left approach.
3030 will advise the weather and we'll expect the ILS 35.com 720.
Brickyard 3637, traffic 11 o'clock, 6 miles northbound, and EA50 descending through 8,000. Brickyard 3637, thank you. Denver Airport is now to 10 o'clock and 13 miles, report the airport inside.
seeing what our profile is now with our speed, we're good there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, at Gnarl, or what's that waypoint? Yeah, Gnarl, November Alpha Romeo Lima.
Brickyard 3637, turn left heading 010, clear visual approach, runway 34 left.
Which we will be. So I'm just kind of spotting it out. 13,000 there, still looks good.
Approach.com 720 has the weather, and we'll take the visual if that helps you out.
.com 720, Roger, let's plan ILS for now, and then you can check with final.
Sounds good, .com 720.
Denver approach, United 1399, Powder 8, 17,000, current with Romeo.
Alright, so I've got it set for now.
United
now
1399, then we
12
approach, thank you.
12,000, and then we'll shoot for the 11,000 there.
Duke 4 Victor Papa, contact Centennial Tower 118.9.
Over tower, Duke 4 Victor Papa.
And again, if we stay on this heading, we should be fine to hit Teller. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in here.
Duke 1-4 Victor Papa, Centennial Tower, runway 35 left, clear to land, wind 080 at 5.
ILS 35 left. And we're taking it from Teller 2. And we'll transition from
November
Teller.
350 Kilo Tango, contact approach 123.85. Have a good night.
Going to 12385, November 350 Kilo Tango.
Baron 8 Juliet Mike, Centennial Airport 10 o'clock and 10 miles, report inside.
Airport is...
Actually, stand by.
Denver approach, November 350 Kilo Tango, 12,400, descending via the Teller 2.
November 350 Kilo Tango, Denver approach, roger. You can expect the visual approach runway 35 left.
Expecting visual approach, 35 left, November 350 Kilo Tango.
Breakout 3637, contact Denver Tower 132.2, 132.35.
So, let me get it down to
3235, regular 3637, so long.
1,000 now. Teller. So now here we're gonna go. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna hit the nav button so we can stay on course.
November 0 Kilo Tango, turn left heading of 020, descend maintain 8,000.
Down to 8,000, 020 on the heading, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so we're gonna go 020 on the heading, and we're gonna go down to 8,000. They gave us visual. So we're left, and we're going to go down to 8,000 now. And I will start reducing speed here. Alright, we got an interesting arrival here.
Denver approach, .com 720, descending via the Teller 2.
.com 720, Denver approach, roger. You can expect the visual approach runway 35 left.
We'll expect the visual 35 left, .com 720, thanks.
Alright, we're almost at 10,000. We're slowing down, which is good. We've got our night set up now. Maybe you guys can see a little better now. We've got some traffic off the left there. We should be able to see them somewhere out there. Maybe just missed him. There he is over here. There's one here. There's another here. Alright. Let's get a little bit of clearer picture here. Past Chola.
November 0 Kilo Tango, the Denver airport at your 11 o'clock and about 18 miles reported sight.
November 350 Kilo Tango has the field in sight.
November 0 Kilo Tango, maintain 170 knots or greater till a 5-mile final, runway 35 left, cleared visual approach.
Maintain 170 knots until a 5-mile final, cleared visual approach, runway 35 left, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so you can see here we got to maintain 7,000 or greater. So let's just make that happen. Or actually 8,000. And he said 170 knots. So we'll slow it up just a little bit. So passing Chola, we need to be at 10,000, above 10,000, which clearly, good thing we're not. So Selber, Jaker. So Selby, they want us above 9,000, again, which we're not. So it's going to do a little direct cheat here. I can go nav onto Selby since we're visual. And Selby, we're supposed to be above 9,000, Diamond above 7,000. Now what I also like to do is just type in the ILS, which is 1085, which is already in there, 1085, perfect. So I don't need that. Now the 5 mile final.
.com 720, turn left heading 020 to maintain 8,000.
Is what we're almost
020
on.
down to 8,000. .com 720.
Now let's center our heading. You can see we're lined up for 3-5 left right now. Like if we make it smaller, kind of hard to see. But you can see we're there. We're already at pretty much the altitude we need. Diamond, they want us.
350 Kilo Tango,
above
contact
7,000.
Denver Tower 132.35, good day.
Alright, going to Denver Tower 3235, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, 13225. Denver Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango, runway 35 left. Alright, so let's drop her down. Now let's drop her down good. And let's look for the tower again. He gave us... Denver Tower should be 33.3. Denver Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango, runway 35 left.
350 Kilo Tango, Denver Tower, wind 080 at 7, runway 35 left, clear to land.
35 left, cleared to land, November 350 Kilo Tango.
Delta 213, Denver clearance. Good evening, Nico. Clear to the Aspen Airport, Connor for departure, red table transition, then direct. Climb via Citix at maintain 10,000 and squawk 3511.
So we're a little high.
And Delta 213 is clear to Aspen, Connor 4, red table, climb via sit, 10,000, 3511. 213.
And we're
Delta 213, read back correct.
bleeding speed now. Big time. Alright, landing lights are on. Flaps, approach flaps are down. Once we get, there we go, below that speed, gear is down. Alright, 35 left. Okay, we're getting ready to take it off of autopilot, folks. There we go. Our aircraft, of course, we're a little bit above the glide slope, so wind isn't too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and land with actual landing flaps today. Normally, if it was windier, I wouldn't have it.
300.
So maybe that guy tried to trick us and give us the wrong frequency.
200.
All right. There we go. Back on the glide slope.
DenverTower.com 720
Got a
visual
little windshield
35
there.
left.
.com 720 Denver Tower, good evening, wind 080 at 7, runway 35 left. Number 2, clear to land, following an eclipse, he's just over the numbers.
.com 720 clear land, number 2, 35 left.
All right. Pretty smooth. Pretty smooth touchdown. We are on the ground. We'll make our turn at Mike 6. Which is our next turn off coming up. We didn't use much runway at all, folks. Alright, here is Mike 6. Alright, X-plane foul up where they have the 5 right there. Horrible scenery glitch. Alright. We're gonna coast past here and get the aircraft cleaned up. Flaps are coming up. Okay, let's get our strobe off. Ice protection's off. Landing lights off. We're just simply on beacon right now. Now let's get ready for our taxi instructions. Denver Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango, clear of runway 35 left on Mike 6. Request taxi to general aviation.
350 Kilo Tango, roger, left on Mike, taxi to the GA ramp. You can remain this frequency, okay?
Left on Mike, taxi to the general aviation parking, remain this frequency. November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, so we're going to make a left on Mike. And that'll bring us right on to the general aviation paddocking. So if we look here, we're going to bust a sharp left right there. And head to general aviation and shut her down.
Denver Tower, United 1399.
1399, Denver Tower.
Let's make sure I have the right frequency. Be a visual runway 34 right.
At 1399, Denver Tower, that's runway 34 right, clear to land, the wind 08087.
34 right, clear to land, United 1399.
Alright, we're busting a left on Mike here. Nice, easy taxi. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief flight, and you can see another bird landing right there to the left for this event. So general aviation is over there. There's like another bird over there, and he's down on the left, and I can see another one in the sky up there.
Denver Tower, Gulfstream 528, Foxtrot's on the visual 35 left.
520 Foxtrot, Denver Tower, good evening, wind 08087, runway 35 left, clear to land.
Interesting
35 left, clear to land, 18 Foxtrot.
I fly into Denver all the time, however, flying out of the Aspen area proved interesting with a nice departure, the back course intercepting, you know, that radial, and then we were able to get a shortcut to Red Table without having to do the entire departure. It was pretty good. We mistook call sign that was virtually almost similar.
Tower.com 720, clear Mike 6, taxi to signature.
.com 720, roger, Mike down to signature, you can remain this frequency.
Tower frequency.
Mike to signature, this frequency, .com 720.
That's why it always pays as a pilot to have your charts available, and you know, they don't answer on the frequency that you're typing in, even after you repeat it. Controllers, they make mistakes as well. You know, they got a lot going on. We expect them to be, you know, somewhat superhuman, and that's pretty unrealistic. So, but we got our frequency corrected quickly, made contact, and are getting where we need to go. There's another, looks like another private jet over there. All right, folks. So this is the general aviation parking. It's not that big at Denver International Airport, so this is mainly for commercial flights. As you can see, this guy right here, that's a little, it's like a beach baron. So we're gonna come right over here. front of this hangar, turn around for the services to back us in, and call it a day. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. I learned something with each and every new flight, so I hope you guys are learning something when I do stuff, whether it's from a mistake I've made or whether I've taught you something or whether we all experience something for the first time. I love doing this. No matter if I get 1 viewer or 1 billion, I'll still be doing this here. Okay, let's get our taxi light off. We can kill the beacon. We'll leave the nav on for a second. Generators are coming off. And technically you're supposed to cycle right to left. Air source is off. We are going to turn our squawk standby so they know that we're not moving or they're not responsible for us anymore. And the engines have idled long enough. Let's shut them down. Make sure the aircraft is clean, flaps are up, gears down, brakes are on, icing is off, beacon is off, landing taxi is off. Alright. Alright folks, well this is the time where you and I part. Again, thanks for flying along with us on this brief flight from Aspen to Denver. Beautiful scenery. We saw it go from dusk till the nighttime, so we'll see you next time here on this channel. For everyone that watched, again, I appreciate it, and for everyone that will watch, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.